Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I got some serious questions, things that I'd like to share with you to help me get some conclusion in these matters. I enlist your help. It's a serious matter. I look at the problems of our society and I think that there's some information that is missing that the public should know, and I have to respond in kind. You see, we are living in a society that takes away the joy of life and exercise it to whom and with whatever limits it chooses to those that it chooses, and to reject that which is not of its choosing. And many of you know who you are. You know you are not of the choosing of the establishment or the powers that be. And you feel the pain, but not only you, your cities and your towns and your communities and these things, again, that are personal to you. I remember in an early life where I had no doubt, coming out of poverty and the cotton fields of Mississippi, I had no doubt that I'd be a success in whatever I was given to do. I learned the game. I learned how to play the game. I'm a black man. I was taught that white was superior. Now, no one came out and said white people are superior, but it was in everything that had to do with our social engagement. I saw white supremacy. And so I recognized how to love success. And not knowing truth, I was able to subscribe to a pattern that worked for me and for others that could benefit me. I benefit them, they benefit me. And it was a game that we played with honor. I knew it, they knew it, they could trust me. But something happened. Something truly happened. Recognizing from my experiences with the divine power and recognizing some things that were happening that I could now envision that I could not before. The pain and the suffering that was, well, let me put it this way. I didn't know the truth. I didn't know the truth. I knew that in my heart, I hoped that one day after reaching my success, I wouldn't have to keep on this path. I could come back and do some more kinds of things, humanitarian things to hide my guilt and my stupidity. But now I'm not feeling like this. I'm feeling that this pain and suffering is something that should be exposed for what it is. I used to hear some time ago, or should I say recently, that black people are the chosen people of God. Now, I never had heard that before. And now somebody's telling me that black people are the chosen people of God, and I got white hair. But when I reflect back on the experiences of life, I have been taught it didn't matter if white men were chosen people of God, or blacks were chosen people of God. They are all corrupt in that they do not perpetuate, they do not even reveal the plan of God. Everything they do is worked up in the plan of the system that keeps that which denies God alive. And so many of you, you don't recognize that this thing is set up, that they got a place for some of you, but not all of you. And so they teach you to compete against one another for the fruits of life that every last one of you are entitled to. But rather than receive it, you're having it extracted from you and put in the hands of others who yield to the dictates of that which is not divine. And so I recognized that, and I made a decision that I would come back and tell you that you're being had. Tell you, show you a way that you can find out, you can discover for yourselves. You have a government system that is supposed to be working for you. And every last one of you have the same basic essential requirements for survival: food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, and a job. Every last one of you absolutely required in every capacity that I just mentioned. And as one that engage yourself in the extraction of the resources that have been given by divine power, nobody, human being made oil, made the minerals, all the resources of the earth, whether they're on the earth or in it or above it. They didn't make these things. These things are given, electricity given from God. The ability for food to grow given from God, and those materials necessary for building every type come from God, not man. Men are just tools used to cause in manifestation that which is of God, to be used in godly fashion, but it's been robbed, it's been stolen from, it's been wiped away, and now we live in a system that says there is no God but man. And not the one sitting in the White House or the one that's sitting in the seat of power in these various systems of government. No. These are just puppets responding to the God behind the curtain, that great big deceiver of humankind. So I come to tell you that there is a different way. There's a way that is divine. If you went to your local authorities, those who you elected as officials, and told them that you required of them the satisfaction of your problems, not just individual, but your common problems as well as your individual problems. And they will not be able to do it. They just won't be able to do it. The system is not designed for that to happen. But now if you did that in every city across the state, and having gotten the same result at every local level, you moved on up to the state level. All of you in these various cities and across the nation, you went to your government level authorities and say you've acted for our big benefit, and you got our votes, and you were going to do these wonderful, magnificent things for us, or you were going to be different. Now here is where you are failing, and we require and actually demand of you as our representative to satisfy these, our shortcomings, as best is capable of you. And I guarantee you they cannot do it. Why? Because it's not designed to do that. They are keepers of the system at every level. But then don't stop there. Now every city in every state in the union going to the federal government, you the people, saying these are our shortcomings. Not up there with this sign and that sign and this sign and that sign. You up there signless. You up there as one for all and all for one, that you're going to be satisfied with that and nothing less. And so you will find out if they, my friends, are geared to deal with that situation. I guarantee you, you will find that they are not. So what you now have and what you now recognize is a system that's designed to do to you exactly what it's doing. And those of you who profit, hey, you're just another tool used to exploit those who are being used even more. Why? I know you don't think this. You've been taught something altogether different, but I'm speaking to you from the voice of love. I'm speaking for that which is before you, who is responsible for your love, who requires of you your love. It is your love that you can manifest, the love of God, to others that God has made known. And there is no greater love than every man, every got a career of their own choosing. And that you will all recognize as millions and millions of you go into these various areas of concentration as you engage yourselves and cause a manifestation in such an abundance that not one human being, not here in America, but on earth, will be without food, clothing, and shelter. Not one individual here on earth will be without, I'm telling you, education from the womb to the tomb. Unlimited and unrestricted. And entitled for health care at the same levels of from the womb to the tomb. And this is made real because the God that created you, that put in you a desire to be something and to do something, now you can see the doors open for you to be just that. And in being just that, you actually create on earth as it is in heaven, with no lying, no cheating, no stealing, no killing, no terror, no war, no tariffs, all of these beautiful things, no lying and cheating, no backbiting. Well, everybody's satisfied. Why? Your dreams are coming true. And it is not because of any Republican or Democrat or black or white. It's because you, the people, engage the Spirit of the living God. And you worked a miraculous thing rather than letting some turkey come in here representing the devil, causing pain and suffering not just to you but to people all over the earth. The devil. And now they behind the curtain are laughing at you. But I'm coming to tell you what's going on and showing you that the Lord God Almighty of your creation puts in your hands the opportunity for you to change this thing. Don't accept any miracle from outside that you can cause right there in the middle, inside. You take care of your business and God will take care of God's. So it's my duty to say those things to you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been hearing some crazy, messy things going on. And I'm so tired. I'm so tired of your suffering. I want you to live. I want you to experience love. I want you to experience God. I want you to experience life in such a way that in any moment you may expire from these physical planes. And yet there will be those that are left behind who could look at you, remember you, and sit together and drink Kool-Aid and drink and eat cookies along with a little small box of ice cream, knowing that the brother that lived amongst you who say to you these things that is being said to you is very proud, is very grateful to be able to stand and sit and use whatever access to media that I can to reach this message to you, to let you know that there's one that you can't see, you can't touch, you can't feel, but loves you enough for you to be here. That loves enough for as you are here to have you experience heaven on earth. There is one that you can't see, can't touch, can't feel. Wants in by using you to create heavenliness on earth. You at the same time, concurrently, create your dreams and fulfill them. Man, and you can't buy that. You won't see that on television. You won't see that being promoted anywhere other than perhaps here. And I would love to think that you would be motivated, stimulated, and perhaps it could travel a little bit bigger and a little bit further because of you and have a greater impact. That word, that message of love that only can come from God used through us, not no miracle, except that we created. My. I'm calling every brother and every sister. Every last one of you are children of the chosen God. Are you a chosen children of the one man manifest magnificent God? You are every last race on the face of the earth. When I say race, I'm talking about shade and geography. I'm talking about that. But every last one of you. I don't care what your eyes look like, your hair look like, your height look like, your size look like. I'm talking about you and your Creator. How magnificent it is for you to be here. But only if you know why you're here. You got to know who you are, why you are, and then be who you are. And you don't need any obstacles, but that's what you got. Obstacles all in your way. You got to learn how to go around them. And that's by standing up for truth. You see, well, I think I'll leave it there. And I'll come back with another message relative at a different time. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate for basic human rights of all people. And I'm glad to say I'm a willing vessel to try to give you without doubt that which I know is directly from God. And if you feel that it is not, tell me why it is not. I am willing to listen to anybody who can prove to me and suggest to me that the things that I speak to you are not of God. I welcome any and every last one of you who might challenge it. And ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.